Hello everyone, it's the Worm, and welcome back to Steins Gate. I'm going to have to apologize in advance today. I've been feeling sick for the past couple days, and my mind still feels a bit hazy, and I was really hoping I would have gotten a bit better at this point, but still feeling it a bit. So if I'm not as clear or that's the reason why. I'm not at 100% right now. But this is pretty much the last opportunity I can record before having to upload. I have to upload tomorrow, or for tomorrow. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on, even if I'm not at 100% here. Anyway, last time was, well, at least for me, it was a pretty sweet moment. It was when, finally, both Okabe and Krisu were able to essentially confess. I know Okabe, he was, I think he mentioned that Krisu didn't actually put it into words, which, I could understand wanting to have this sort of clear confession, but I'm pretty sure her actions speak for they speak for her, They shared a couple kisses, and of course they did all that, but there was a bittersweet angle above it all where we know that Okabe's going to try and not try. He's going to he's been convinced to go ahead and do what he originally did, which is to when I say originally, I mean on the Mayuri ending. He's going to reverse that D-mail. He's going to... No, wait, what is he going to do? Sorry. He's erasing the stuff, and he's erasing the data in the in CERN's database. I'm sorry. I just okay. So yeah, that's what he's decided to do. Now I'm kind of, because it's been a few days, but I've been thinking, what's the catch here? What's gonna change? Because we've already done that. We've had Mayuri's ending. So I'm thinking something's gonna go wrong or go differently than how we think, because otherwise it would just go straight into Mayuri's ending again. So let's go on. Let's see if I can get through this. I really hope I can. And yeah, so let's go ahead. Early morning, Akihabara Station. Krisu is standing before the entrance with her huge suitcase beside her. Oh yeah, she did say she was going to America, yeah. She waves to me shyly as I approach. We never did get to take her to see her father, did we? That's a shame. Then she blushes and shoots me her usual glare. After that kiss, Krisu went back to her hotel to pack. That suitcase must hold everything that she brought to Japan. She's going back to America.
それじゃ。
Well then.
マユリとダルは本当に呼ばなくていいのか?
Are you sure I shouldn't call Mayuri and Daru?
なんだかみんなに見送られると辛くなるから。
I think that would just make it harder.
岡部だけなら何のためらいもなく日本を立てる。
But you, I have no trouble leaving behind.
ジョークよ。
That was just a joke. Risu looks like she's about to cry. I'm sure I look just as sad. But I won't cry. I don't have that right.
手土産だ。持っていけ。
This is a souvenir. Take it. I hand her future gadget number 2, Bamboo Helicam. It's a bamboo helicopter equipped with a CCD camera, which allows it to record video in the air. A truly groundbreaking invention. Yeah. The man invented drones. How about that? But sadly, due to its constant high-speed rotation, the video it produces tends to cause motion sickness. Well, you can't win them all.
いらねえ。
No thanks. No thanks.
いいから。そんなにかさばるわけじゃないし。
Just take it. It's not even that bulky. I wanted to give her future gadget number 7, Ghost in a Ball, but it was too big. Krisu accepts Bamboo Helicam with a strained smile.
しょうがないから受け取っておく。
Oh, fine. I guess I'll take it. And then, silence. No words of farewell. We just look at each other.
青森。一緒に行けなかったな。
Sorry I couldn't go with you to Aomori.
うん。
Yeah.
でもこの2週間なんだかんだで楽しかった。
But these 2 weeks were fun, in their own way.
マユリや橋田によろしくね。
Give my regards to Mayuri and Hashida, okay? Krisu spreads her arms wide. Without a moment's hesitation, I step forward and embrace the girl genius one last time.
岡部頑張って。
Okabe, hang in there.
元気で。
Stay well. Krisu smiles faintly, then turns and walks toward the entrance, with her suitcase in hand. I watch her go, unable to move a muscle. I want to stop her. I want to wrap my arms around her and tell her to stay by my side forever. But I can't. This is what we decided. To save Mayuri. To save the future. I'm sorry, Krisu. I can't save you. Krisu will disappear. She'll be left behind on this world line. There is no place for her in the coming world.
俺は
I...
マキセ・クリスのことを。マキセ・クリスのぬくもりを。
I will remember you, Makise Krisu. I will remember your warmth.
絶対に忘れない。
I will never forget. I don't know whether Krisu hears my words. She keeps walking. Stride steady. Back straight. Long silky hair fluttering in the wind. She's quickly fading into the distance. But I can tell. I can see her shoulders trembling. We will never meet again. Our world lines will never cross again. I'm glad I met you, Krisu. I would have been lost without you. I love you. Goodbye. I stand there in the entrance as commuters file past, until long after she has vanished from sight. Afraid of any motion. Afraid that any motion, any thought, might cause the tears to fall.
それではこれよりオペレーションベルダンディ最終フェーズを開始する。
That was pretty tough. Yeah, I just at present, it's strange. Even as I'm sitting down, I feel dizzy. That's my current state right now. It's a bit odd. Okay, so this feels familiar. This scene definitely, I believe, I mean, when we were doing Mayuri's ending, I believe that whole sequence started with a scene just like this, so... still waiting to see what's different. And I'm sure it will be. Okay, the time has come. We will now commence the final phase of Operation Verthandi. Mayuri and Daru turn to me and nod. Today is the last day of Komima. Daru wanted to attend, of course, but a little begging convinced him to stay prior to... You know, this seems so similar that I'm wondering, can I skip here? Is this a skippable moment? Let me try. No, I can't. Okay. So no, it is just very similar. I take a look around the lab. These last 20 days have been madness. It's incredible to think that at one point, this lab had a whole 8 members. And now we're back to 3. The memories we made. The experiences we shared. To save Mayuri, I will undo them all. There is sorrow in me, guilt too. I engrave them deep inside my heart. I'll never forget. I mustn't forget these long yet short summer days. But still, I choose to erase our memories. I choose to return everything to normal. Suzuha's mission is irrelevant. I'm not doing this for the future. As long as Mayuri lives, nothing else matters.
Daru, 始めてくれ。
Daru, you may begin.
いいんだな。
You sure?
ああ。
Yeah.
オキドキ。
Okie dokie. Daru starts typing on the IBM 5100. It's already connected to his main computer. This will get us into CERN's central database, which can only be interfered with using the IBM 5100, where they keep the data they mine with Echelon. There we will locate the first D-mail I sent on July 28th and erase all trace of its existence. With this, I can reach the Beta World line. At last, Mayuri will be safe. I look at Mayuri. She's on the couch, sitting straight as a ramrod, with her grandmother's pocket watch pressed to her ear. She stays still, her eyes closed. Whenever Mayuri wants to calm down, she listens to the sound of that pocket watch. Earlier, I told Mayuri everything. I guess she's come to terms with it, in her own way. The actual work I've left to Daru, no problem there. Interesting that, he did the same thing in Mayuri's ending, tell her everything, but, just, there have been many moments throughout the story where he thinks about telling her, but doesn't, it feels like a big moment, but we kind of just, this is not Mayuri's ending, so we already had that moment when we actually did Mayuri's. It's okay, so, I was gonna say it feels strange to just just go by it quickly, but you understand why. This isn't her ending right now. Okay. Man, I hate feeling dizzy. Ugh. Okay, while waiting for him to finish, I walk into the development room. In the center of the room is the time leap machine. I squat down and gently brush my fingers against the microwave surface. It's cool to the touch. I've made irreplaceable friends because of this thing, and because of this thing, I've hurt them. But I don't want to blame the tool. It's how you use the tool that matters. Yeah, this is... this is exactly the same as that previous scene. Okay. And I've got to admit, it saved me more than once, but still. Once this is over, I'll destroy the time leap machine. We must never make the same mistakes again. Ocarina, I found it. It's really there.
あったのか。俺が送った D メールが。
The D-mail I sent? It's there.
しっかり残ってるよ。
It sure is, man. Daru points to a string of characters. My name is there, followed by the message I wrote about Krisu's death. 3 lines total, each 12 characters long. This data led CERN to our doorstep. At FB's instruction, Moika and the Rounders attacked. If Suzuha is right, then by erasing this data, we will escape from Attractor Field Alpha, where CERN dominates the future. That will take us to Attractor Field Beta, to the Beta world line within its range of convergence, to a future without Mayuri's death. Mayuri is standing next to me, gazing intently at the monitor. She grasps my hand firmly.
おかり。
大丈夫だ。
It's okay. She looks anxious, so I pat her head to calm her down.
エンターキーを押せばデータ消せるようになってる。
Everything's set. One press of the enter key and that data's gone. Garu stands up and gestures to the open seat.
その儀式はオカリンに譲るわ。
I leave that honor to you, Okarin. I sit down and face the keyboard. Ah yes, the enter key of truth. This time it ends. Krisu's face floats through my mind. Is he gonna stop? Okay, it would be after a lot of build-up. Let's see. I close my eyes and take a deep breath. Goodbye, Kurisu. Slowly, I raise my right hand and extend my index finger.
勝利の時は来た。
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Victory is at hand. Garu twitches at my cry.
この俺はあらゆる陰謀に屈せず己の信念を貫きついにラグナロックを戦い抜いたのだ。
With unimaginable brilliance and unwavering conviction, I have defeated our vast and powerful enemy, and now stand triumphant on the field of Ragnarok.
この勝利のため我が手足となって戦ってくれた仲間たちに感謝を。
I give thanks to the comrades whose sacrifice made this victory possible. One press of this key, and Kurisu will die. I firmly grip my coat at my shoulder, where it had been stitched together with jagged pink thread.
訪れるのは俺が望んだ世界なり。
The coming world is the world I wished for. I wished for Mayuri to live and Kurisu to die. That is the truth, and I must never forget it.
すべてはシュタインズゲートの選択である。
This is the choice of Steins Gate. This is the choice of Okabe Rintaro.
世界は再構成される。
Let the world be reborn. I swing down my index finger. And at that, and at the exact same time, I hear the lab door open. Here it is. Here's what I was waiting for. My eyes dart toward the sound. She came back. There in the doorway stands Kurisu. Her face is flushed. Was she running? Why is she here? She should be on her way to the airport right now. Kurisu is looking at me. Her eyes are glistening, but her face is all smiles. Did she come back for me? In a split second of frozen time, I imagine I hear her voice. We didn't say goodbye, she says. Immediately afterward, my finger strikes the enter key. Oof. Oh. That sucks. That really sucks. Ah. Oh, man. That hurts. Why would you do that to me? Steins Gate, why would you just, sucker punch me like that? The world starts to warp. The timeline is being rewritten. I feel my consciousness being sucked into the vortex. Reading Steiner. Divergence is changing. The warp accelerates. Krisu. Daru. Mayuri. Everything inside the lab is shifting. Color fades as my consciousness leaves this world line. I turn to face Krisu, desperate to burn this last sight of her into my eyes. She raises her hand.
さよなら。
Goodbye.
私も岡部のことが。
Okabe. I love... Ouch. So, not content with sucker punching me once, well, it's not a sucker punch anymore. They just hit me again. They sucker punched me, and then they slapped me, and then what more damage am I gonna get before this is over? Okay. Okay. Well, it's happened. We've been sent back to, well, not back to. I'm pretty sure this is even if we did go to the beta world line, I'm pretty sure this isn't the same one we started out in. Let me actually check that. Or maybe it's very close. I saw 1.130 something. If I go back in my notes, I see 1.130426. Was that what that was? I want to say I saw 1.13042, but I don't know if it was 426. Either way, it's very close. It's very close to the world line we started the game in, or the story in, excuse me. Yeah. Alright, so Okabe's here. Mayuri is saved. CERN won't win. The only difference so far is Okabe, well, he's probably taken more emotional damage, so what happens next? The world gradually stops spinning. Oh, I wish the world would stop spinning for me. Little by little, color returns. I look toward the door. She was standing there just a moment ago. My assistant, Christina. Akise Krisu. Now she's gone. Vanished like a dream. I look around the room. Next to me is Daru. Behind me is Mayuri. Everything is where it should be. It looks like nothing's changed at all. I gently touch my coat's shoulder, where Krisu fixed a torn seam. It's gone. My coat isn't torn. The stitches, uneven from having been sewn in the dark, have disappeared. There's no trace of that ridiculous pink thread. I stand up and head to the development room. Underneath the table, the time leap machine. No, that's not the time leap machine. That's the phone wave named subject to change. The upgrades Krisu made are gone. Nothing has changed. This world is exactly the same. In all respects, save one. Krisu was never here. Every trace of her has vanished. Krisu is nowhere now. Nowhere except in my memories. Well, I don't know, probably somewhere in a morgue? So, you know, she's probably physically still somewhere. But I get your point. Mayuri and Daru are looking at me.
なあラボメンナンバー004は 誰だっけ？
Hey, who was Lab Mem number 4 again? I need to ask, even though I know what the answer will be.
オカリン、ラボ面には004の人はいないよ。
Ocarine, there isn't a fourth lab mem, remember?
それとも名前すら明かされてない隠れメンバーが幼女なら許す。
Are you going to introduce a new member? Requesting cute girl?
いや、
No. I knew that it would be like this. But the fact that they forgot her existence is so saddening, so frightening. I am the only person in the world who remembers Makase Krisu as Lab Mem number 4. That's not how he says it. I should say it. Lab Member 004. That's how he says it. So I won't forget. I alone will live with her memory engraved upon my heart. Now, time to proclaim my triumph. There are still things that must be done, and many sacrifices were made to get here. But despite all that, this is my victory. I have won. Yep. There's the laugh tinged with sorrow. Mayuri and Daru stare in wonder at my abrupt laugh. Laughter.
今ここにラグナロックの勝敗は決した。
The last battle of Ragnarok is won.
この俺、狂気のマッドサイエンティストである法王院京馬はそのアインシュタインにも匹敵する IQ170 の霊理なる頭脳により機関およびセレンのあらゆる攻撃に対し
I, the insane mad scientist Hoin Kyoma, with an IQ rivaling that of Einstein himself, have thwarted the organization, outsmarted CERN.
時空を操ることで完全に勝利したのだ。まさに俺は神に等しき存在となった。
And conquered the whole of space and time. Now, at the moment of my triumph, I stand before you as a god.
そしてたどり着いたこの大いなる地平、我が野望が叶う世界、世界の支配構造はリセットされ混沌の未来が待つであろう。
This brave new world is the fruit of my ambition. The ruling structure of the world shall be reset, and a future of chaos will await us.
これこそがシュタインズ。
This truly is the choice of Steins.
オカリン、
Mayuri suddenly throws her arms around me. I freeze, utterly taken aback. Daru looks as confused as I am. Mayuri looks up at me and smiles. It's the gentlest smile I've ever seen.
もういいんだよ。
It's okay now.
何を言ってるんだ。俺は今華麗なる勝利宣言を。
What are you saying? I must proclaim our glorious victory that all may...
だって今のオカリン泣き出しそうな顔してるんだもん。
But Ocarine, you look like you're about to cry.
ねえ、無理しないで。前にも言ったよね。マユシーはオカリンの重荷にはなりたくないって。
You don't have to try so hard, okay? I know you're doing it for me, but I don't want to be a burden.
もうその口調続けなくてもいいんだよ。
You don't have to pretend anymore, okay?
辛いなら普通に戻ってオカリンの心をね、さらけ出してもいいんだよ。
If you're hurting, just say so. Like normal Ocarine would.
俺は
But I...
もうマユシーのことは気にしなくていいから。
You don't have to worry about Mayushi anymore.
マユシーは大丈夫だから。
Mayushi is fine.
オカリンはね、オカ りんのために泣いてもいいんだからね。
So you can cry if you want to, okay?
何があったのかはわからないけど、
I don't know what happened,
泣いてもいいんだよ。
but it's okay to cry now. Just like that, the mask shatters. All it took was one word from Mayuri. Mayuri, the sister I never had, the girl who always needed my protection. I had to save her. That was my purpose. I even sacrificed the girl I loved. But now, I finally realize that it's over. Mayuri is safe. I'm free. Once more, I see Karisu's face in my mind's eye. I recall the warmth of her body, the softness of her lips, the weight of her last words. One by one, they pound against my heart. I can't bear it anymore.
おかりん、マジで泣いてんの？
Whoa, man, are you really crying? My vision blurs. Tears run down my cheeks.
俺は
A tidal wave of emotion crashes over me. Nothing remains to hold it back. I'll never see Karisu again. That knowledge shreds my heart. I can't hold back my sobs. I can't stop my tears. What if... I just had a premonition, but I mean, it's not... I was just thinking... I'm not sure... What if she just walks in the room, you know? I just had that a weird... Like, just as she did at the end of the... right when he pressed the enter key, she walked in. I just had a thought. What if she just walks in now? But that's... You know, that's not gonna happen. So, I mean, even if she were somehow still alive, you know, because I've had those thoughts, or I've mentioned that my thoughts before, where, you know, I've been wondering, something shifty was going on during the first scenes of this story, you know, with Karisu's mysterious death, and those sorts of things. I think at one point I must have said it, I think, that maybe she was still alive and there's some sort of weird thing going on. But even if she was alive, why would she come here? Well, I guess it would go along with the idea that there's some weird, crazy plan in the works, but... I'm just... Something has to be different, right? It's just, I mean, or does it have to be? I mean, it could just be this is the bittersweet ending. I guess it would just be Mayuri's ending, except Okabe is sad. It's the Okabe alone ending, which they could do. Let's just keep going. I can't stop my tears. This is the world I've been searching for. A world where Mayuri does not die. And yet, it is missing the person most precious to me. It's too much. It's too cruel. Why did it have to be Karisu? Why was I forced to choose? Why did she send me off with a smile? I cling to Mayuri. She strokes my hair gently. I surrender to my grief. Nope. No miracle Karisu. We're in for the sad times ending. 3 days have passed since then, and Mayuri is still alive. Moeka and the Rounders have not attacked, and Tenoji has shown no sign of moving against us. Daru has been visiting May Queen as usual, while Mayuri has been working on costume designs for next Komima. Everything's back to normal. Everything, save for the hole in my heart. What was that noise? Phew, that's that. I'm standing by the dumpster out back of the lab. We just finished dumping the last of the trash. This morning I called Daru and together we dismantled the phone wave and the IBN 5100. And the IBN... That's a cultural relic there.
はあ、もったいねえな。IBN5100 は売ればプレミアつくのに。
Yeah, I agree, Daru. Although, you know, I understand where Okabe's coming from. He wants a clean break with everything that happened. I understand why he would do it. Man, what a waste. That thing was worth a fortune.
それよりね、ラボから電子レンジがなくなっちゃったよ。
And now we don't have a microwave. That's a good point too.
マユシーはもうジューシー唐揚げナンバー1を食べられないのです。
You're at a perfectly good microwave. That's just a crime right there. How will Mayushi eat her juicy chicken number 1?
電子レンジぐらい拾ってくればいいだろう。
Come on, I'll get you a new microwave. Although, Mayuri, I know you're not bound to death by fate, but, maybe cut back on the juicy chicken. We don't want to risk random heart attacks. We no longer need the phone wave, that miraculous time machine built by coincidence. It brought Kurusu into my life, but at the same time it made many people suffer. It must never be used again. Not by me, not by anyone. It's time for the phone wave to die. And with it, the insane mad scientist Hoing Kyoma, Lord of Time and Space. I recall what Kurusu said once.
これまでの自分を否定したくないの。たとえ失敗ばかりだったとしても、それを含めて今の自分があるんだから。
I don't want to deny who I've been, because even my failures are a part of who I am today. Man, it's interesting. It's interesting the parallels and the themes, the similar themes you get across different visual novels. I've been watching a new playthrough of another VN that I've played in the past, and it's so, I don't know, it just struck me. It's what she just said. This one here. I don't want to deny who I've been because even my failures are part of who I am today. It just struck me because at the point in the playthrough this other person is at, there was another character who said something very similar, and it's just yeah, I mean it was that it's that thing like Schrodinger's cat and other. It's just sometimes it feels like there are common themes or ideas that. Well, I mean, it's an evocative idea, right? So, I mean, it makes sense that it would be in multiple things, so... I don't know. I need a drink. 1 second. Okay. I gaze once more upon the scrap heap that was Future Gadget number 8. Do you think anyone's gonna remember the other world lines? Because we've had that phenomenon in the past. We stripped it down to the last bolt and circuit board. Surely no one can rebuild it now. Time travel is too much power for any human to wield. We don't need emails or time leaps. Even if nothing in the future is guaranteed. Even though I may die tomorrow. Life was never meant to be redone. And that's fine by me. Wouldn't you say so too, Krisu? I look up at the sky, and even though it's in the middle of the day, I can see a single star shining. Maybe it's Venus. Which suddenly reminds me.
過去にだって今すぐ行けますよ。夜になったら望遠鏡で空を覗いてみてください。何万年も前の光を見ることができるでしょう。
Going to the past is possible right now. Look into the sky at night and you can see light from tens of thousands of years ago. Yeah, that was that idea was also in the other playthrough I'm watching. Every night we casually travel through time. That's what Kurisu said. And each and every word she spoke, I carve it into my heart. So that I'll never let them slip from memory. For as long as my life endures. Really? Really? Just credits, huh? Yeah, so I guess it is just the bittersweet ending there. Which it was definitely, it was always a possibility. I think I recall, well, let's just let the credits go. Hello? Okabe. Okabe, your phone's ringing. Okabe, pick up the phone.
Hi, もしもし。
Oh, it's Daru.
え？誰が？僕が？お父さん？君の？何言ってんの？は？岡部倫太郎に代われ？なあ、オカリン。謎の女が代わってくれってさ。
誰だ？
お願い、今すぐラジカンの屋上に来て。
だから誰だよ。
私は2036年から来た。そこにいる橋田至の娘。名前は天音鈴葉。
ちょっと待て。鈴葉が。なんでここにいるんだ？
I mean, yeah, that's a question. Chapter 11. What? Tricksy game. Trying to pull a fast one on me. I'm surprised that he didn't, I'm surprised Okabe didn't recognize her voice immediately, but I mean, yeah, I'm glad it's still continuing. What do you want me to say? I've said it what, two, three, I don't know how many times now, a few, I've said that there's so many mysterious things in the very beginning that I would like to get explained. And certainly, one of the big ones is, why is Suzuha going to the past? And I think I talked about how it was something like, why did her time machine actually work instead of crashing into the building? And I think I said, well, maybe for whatever reason, Daru is able to finish it. Yeah. I gave a whole spiel on it, so I don't think I need to go over it again. So not only did Daru, we got one new bit of information there, that Suzuha knows who her father is. She didn't have to. that was so funny. Calling Daru, say, hey, Dad. put Okabe on. Now she sounded a bit. She didn't sound happy. She sounded like this is an emergency. I need to talk to you. That was kind of what her tone suggested to me. So that makes it seem like maybe not everything's as right as rain. Maybe things in the future aren't what we. Because remember, and I think I talked about this too. This whole. I always thought, this whole Mayuri's not going to die in Beta World line. I think that's been confirmed, but at the time, this whole Mayuri's not going to die in the Beta World line and CERN won't win in the Beta World line, that was all sort of just, what would it be, supposition? Like, it was just sort of Suzuha saying that. And I'm not sure, I can't recall. Was it Okabe in the future that said that? Or where did she get that assumption? So maybe it could be that, let me see, did I ever write anything like that in my notes? No. 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 Huh. I don't think so. Oop. Yep, that's all I have written. Nope. Huh. Well, I'll be curious to find out next time. Yes, we're gonna call it there. Yeah. I think at some point, at time of recording, I do not know how many chapters there are. I think one time early in the playthrough, someone made a comment like, where it was something like, "Oh, it's only in this and it's only in this chapter where things really start to get going." But I don't recall what that was, and I'm glad because I wouldn't know. Well, I'm glad to be surprised. I do know that there is what is it? I think it's called Steins Gate Zero. I don't know if it's a prequel or sequel or side story. I don't know anything about it. I know a few people have asked me if I will do it after this. And while I don't think I'll do it right after this, I don't see a reason why I wouldn't. So, I was kind of ready to think that it would just be over now, and then maybe it would just leave things as is, and then there would be something new. But I'm ready for more of this. Yeah. Well, let's call it there. I think I'm starting to feel a bit better. At least I hope I am. At the start of the video, reading the words on screen, it was a bit difficult. I was feeling dizzy, but as time went on, I think I'm getting more used to it. So yeah. Okay, very curious to see what's going to happen next. I've been the Worm. This has been Steins Gate. I hope you're all doing all right, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.